Hi, this is Daniel with Cash Stackers Marketing Platform with app.cashstackersolutions.com. Today we're going to dive into how to do workflows and automations, most especially after you have set up tags so that you can quickly and easily automate every single touch that you have with a client lead without ever doing any cold calling or outreach. All right, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go over to workflows, and then we are going to create a new workflow. Now, when you're creating workflows, you have the ability to use some of the recipes that they have, like appointment confirmation reminder, send review request, auto missed call text back, which we talked about earlier in the training, Facebook Messenger, birthday templates for contacting people on their birthday, appointment bookings, all that kind of stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to select one, start from scratch, and create new workflow. Now, when we go inside here, you always have to do a trigger. It's very similar to Integrately, into Integromat, or Zapier. So you're going to come in here and you're going to select what the trigger is, all right? And you just name whatever you want the trigger to be. So for this one, we are going to make it a tag, all right? All right, and then we can either select CRM or Facebook. We're going to do CRM, and then we're going to select what we want on here. You can do all sorts of automations, all sorts of triggers in here, but what we're going to do the most is contact tag, all right? So in contact tag, when you have a contact, you need to make sure that you set at least one tag so that you can create that tag in the contact section, and then you're able to use that tag in the future so that you can do workflows and automation. So you need to make sure you create it at least once, and then you're able to create the automation. So we're going to say contact tag. We're going to add filters, and then we're going to say tag added or tag removed. So now the great thing about this is say if they're going through a workflow automation and you want to remove a tag, so say there are fresh lead and you want to remove a tag of fresh lead and then add a tag of a hot lead or already talked on a training call, or they are a buyer, so you can add a take off the prospect tag, and then you can add a buyer tag to them and put them in a new workflow automation. Super awesome. So right here we're going to say tag added, and this is going to be the automation for uploading our leads for the GMBs and then being able to automatically contact them to see what they're doing. So we're going to say our contact tag is GMB lead. All right. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to say save. So what happens is when a contact is tagged as a GMB lead, we are going to start the automation. All right. And then we just hit plus to add whatever automation we want. So right here, we're going to add an automation, and we can send an email, we can send an SMS, we can send a call. Now, if you do a call, that means that you are physically going to call them. We're not going to do that. We're trying not to do any cold calling unless they contact us first, because if they contact us, they are a hot lead. Then we can pounce on them and say, hey, we're here to help. How can I help you? So you can come over here and you can say, send an email. All right. So we add the tag, and then right away we're going to send the email. So I'm going to be the test guy who's sending it. You're going to put the email address in there, right? Subject, I'm reaching out to get you customers. I'm going to bring you buyers. I'm going to make you some money, right? So we want to have something that's catchy, that's not going to get flagged by spam filters, and that is going to get somebody to open up the email. All right. Now, the great thing about this is very much like Lemlist or any cold marketing platform that you've seen. What we're able to do here is we are able to write our emails, and then we're able to add custom values, which makes it unique for every single reader, and it flies under the spam filter. So right here, we're going to be trying to do a contact. And so we're going to contact them, and we're going to use their company name. All right, because that's some of the information that we're pulling in. We're pulling in their company name. Okay, and then we can have, like, we have info about your location at, and then we can have like their address in here. All right, so we can go to contact, we can have the full address, we can have the city, we can have the state, we can put all sorts of stuff. Now, what I love in here is we are also pulling data on their reviews and their star rating. So like we see you have, and then we can put the number of reviews. So we come down here to custom field, and this is all information that we're pulling in right here. And we're going to put Google review count. We see you have blank reviews and are ranked. And then we have the star ranking value of what they have, star rating, and you are ranked blank blank out of 5 stars. And then you can add all sorts of other stuff. So all kinds of custom values. You can create your own custom values, or you can have custom values for your specific users. So we have their website, we have their email, we have their phone number, we have all that information. You can add that inside the email and make every single email unique. All right. Once you're done, you have the ability to send a test email to make sure how it's going to look with the data that you have. And then after that, you're going to save it. And then what you can do is on the email, you can actually say what it is. So we can say like initial outreach to GMB. So now we know what it is. It's an initial outreach to the GMB. It's an email. Now, if we don't want to do anything else right now, then we can do a wait step. All right. So we can wait until a specific time. And you always do the days, minutes, or hours first, and then how much. So we can do 1 day, or we can do conditions. So if they have a specific tag, or if we add some sort of other information to them, unless it has this information, or if it doesn't have this information, then it will stop or it'll move on. We can also set before or after an appointment date, or if the contact replies to us. So it will not go on until they reply to us, and if they reply, it'll move on with the rest of the automation. So it's super awesome. But here, what we're going to do is we're going to set up an automation flow so that we touch bases after 1 day, after a couple days, like 2 days, after another day. So basically, our goal is to have touch points with them between 5 and 10 times, because usually you're going to convert people between 5 and 10 touches. And most people, they give up at the first or the second try, and they're like, oh, I can't get anybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to send them a text message. We're going to send them an email. We're going to send them a voicemail. And we're going to wait. Then we're going to send them an email. Then we're going to wait. Then we're going to send them like a text message or another voicemail drop. So basically what you want to do is you want to constantly keep in touch with them, give them some stats, give them some quotes, give them some helpful information that might help them with their business. But you want to touch bases with them multiple times before you give up on them, because if you're touching bases 5 or 10 times, you're highly likely to be able to convert them, because they see your tenacity, they see your interest, and they're like, wow, maybe they're serious, maybe I should check it out. And then you can either send them for an appointment so that you can do a demo with your calendar, because we have built-in calendars, or you can send them to a landing page that has all the information about what you're offering, and then they can check out your video or any information that's on there, and they may convert. All right, so let's go ahead and go like this. We're going to say save. Now, what I love here is we also have an advanced window. Now, on the advanced window, we can go down here and we can only contact them through business days, Monday through Friday. We can only contact them in our time zone between business hours. Usually, I would say contact them between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. All right, so we will make sure that we only contact them Monday through Friday between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. And that's when we're going to send them voicemails, emails, and text messages. And then we can say save. All right. And then, so we're going to wait, but we want to make sure that we put in here how long we're going to wait. So whether it's a minute or a day or whatever. So we want to know when we're just glancing over this, what we're going to wait, what's going on. So we're going to say 1 day. Wait. Okay, so we see here that it's 1 day wait. Now we can come over here and then we can also add an SMS. So we can add an SMS. Hi, friend. Also in the SMS, you can add custom things. So company name, we can say postal code if we wanted, whatever. And the great thing is you are able to put up to 160 characters inside this to be able to be one text message. So we can go ahead and come in here and we can go ahead and do up to 160 characters. After we do that, We're going to say save. All right. And then, of course, we always want to say what this is. So what type of message this is. So I would say this is like an outreach first text, but you can name it whatever you want. Information about what's in the text, what's in here, a specific stat or a specific quote or anything like that that you're going to put in here. Make sure you label it so you look at it. And what you're going to see is as people are moving down this automation, you will see how many people are here, how many people are waiting, how many people have gotten here. So you'll see all the way down your flow automation how many people are at what stage. So if you need to send more people into the funnel of the workflow, then you know that you can do that, because if you only have 10 people here and you only have one person at the bottom, you know that you're going to need to fill the top of the workflow funnel here so that you get constant people in all the time. All right, so once we get to the bottom, we want to do a custom wait step. And a custom wait step is once they've reached the end of the automation, if we want to maybe add some further automations in the future, but not yet, what we can do is we can say unlimited wait. We're going to do days, and we're going to do 999 days, all right? And so this is going to be unlimited wait. So basically what we're going to do is it's going to be like 1,000 days that we're going to wait, which is a ton of time. So if we decide that we want to send some extra text messages or voicemails or whatever in here, then what we can do is we can add another step below this and then add another wait at the bottom. And then when this step is done, then we can come in here and we can set this to minutes, and we can set it to 1 minute. And then what it will do is when this is a 1 minute wait, when they get here, if I have 100 people, 200 people here, it'll wait for 1 minute and then it'll send them to the next email, text message, whatever. But you want to make sure that you have an unlimited wait step at the end that has a lot of days, so that if you decide to go ahead and put something else at the end, they will all be waiting here for you. Because if you delete this step, everybody that's ever been in this workflow disappears and you cannot do anything else with it. One other technique or strategy that we can do is over here under the wait, we can do a check step. All right. And so what we can do is we can wait and then we can do a condition. All right. And so we're going to check. We're going to do a check step here, and basically we're going to check and see if they are scheduled for a call. Because if they're scheduled for a call, or like a live Zoom or a training or whatever like that, we want to stop all the other automations trying to get them on a call or trying to get them to convert until after the call. So what we can do is after every wait, we can check and see if the contact has a new tag. And we could check the new tag does not include, and we can, right here, we have pause marketing. So in a different automation, we have it set up that if they are scheduled for a call or a Zoom training, that we will pause marketing. So what we want to do is we want to check and we want to make sure that their tags do not say pause marketing. So if they don't say pause marketing, we will move on to the next step. But if it says pause marketing, we're going to stop, right? And then we're going to wait until they go through the other automation, which is reminders for a Zoom call, reminders for a consultation, emails for a consultation, so that we can get them on the call. After they complete the call, then we will remove this pause marketing tag. And then once we remove the pause marketing tag, it'll continue to the next step in this automation, because it's going to be checking. And since it doesn't have a pause marketing automation, it will go on to the next step: outreach text, SMS, calls, all that kind of stuff. So that's a little secret that will help you guys in making sure that you can block off these people and stop, so that we don't send them 10 emails or 10 SMSs all at the same time and they get overwhelmed and bombarded. We only want to run one automation funnel at a time, so that we can funnel them exactly the way we want them to go. All right, so once again, we can come in here and we will check wait. All right, and then we are going to do a condition, and then we're going to do check wait. We're going to do condition steps, tags, does not include, and pause marketing. All right, so we're going to save. So then right here, after every wait step, it's going to check. and it's going to make sure that we're not pausing the marketing because they're going to do a call or a Zoom training or something like that. So I would do that after every single weight that you have to check and see if they're lined up for a call, a training, a consultation, so that we don't